Hello Guardians, Legend of Xcalion here, and today I want to start off by apologizing for not uploading as much content lately as I'd like to have. I have tried to get a lot of content to share with you guys for the foreseeable future. Some stock film that all I have to do is upload it and I'm ready to go. I also want to share some thoughts today on the changes that are coming up very shortly to Destiny in the next season. Subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like this kind of content. And with that, let's get into these updates. So to start, I kind of want to go over my thoughts on the weapon sunsetting. There's been a lot of misinformation, I think, and I don't think people necessarily understand exactly how it's supposed to work. So I just wanted to kind of clear the air with it. Now, I've seen polls lately where it seems like a lot of people agree that it's not something that they're okay with, and that's fine. I think that's you're gonna run into that no matter what. It's new. It's something new, and it's new to Destiny 2, though we've had sunsetting before in Destiny 1. Since it's so new here, I think that people are just they're not going to be happy with it no matter what you do. My thoughts on it: I think sunsetting is actually a great idea. It's not going to be quite as bad, I do not believe, as a lot of people think that it's going to be. I think that this is going to be necessary for adding weapons going forward. We're just not going to want to use the new stuff if everything that's out there is, well, already so good. Now, that being said, they need to make sure they balance this properly. For an example, one of my favorite guns in the game is my Blast Furnace. It's got Feeding Frenzy and Kill Clip. It is my baby. I absolutely love that Blast Furnace in PvP. I'm not going to want to go farm another one that's the exact same role, or another pulse rifle that's the same role later on. That being said, what's the fix for that? Are they going to add new weapons, new perks? Well, they are going to add a few new perks, yes, they've mentioned that, but that doesn't really do what we need it to do. As we've seen, they're also changing up the reload perks and stuff like that, and that's another topic we'll get into here in a moment. But changing stuff up, I don't know. I think everybody wants new stuff for sure. Everybody wants new stuff, but I don't know how realistic that is right now. I think sunsetting is going to be good for the most part, but they definitely need to make sure that they have the right idea. They need to make sure that they know what they're doing. With the Forge, with the Menagerie, stuff like that, they need to do something and come out and explain to us what their plan is for that stuff moving forward, because they have stated that those activities are still going to be there, but who's going to play those activities when they're essentially to get weapons? That's why we play those activities. You know, we're not playing them for anything else. We're playing them to get particular rolls on weapons and to farm particular weapons, because that's one of the only ways in the game to farm specific weapons right now. And if those weapons aren't going to be available in the high-tier activities anymore, what's the point? And two weapons that are actually in the Menagerie that they need to think about, the Drang Baroque and the Callus Mini Tool, they need to do something, because, like, they're not sunsetting the exotic weapons. That means they're not sunsetting Mida, and they're not sunsetting the Sturm hand cannon. So they'll need a way to pair that stuff together. So I think overall it's going to be a good thing. I just think that we need some more transparency on how they're planning on implementing this stuff. So with any luck, we'll get that here in the future. We only have 2 weeks left in the season, so we'll see. Next up on the chopping block is the reload perks, stating that the reload perk updates, we've observed that players lean towards picking perks that increase their damage or reduce weapon downtime, which, being something like Outlaw, the damage perks were adjusted quite a while back, but reload perks still don't feel like choices. This tuning pass aims to keep them feeling powerful without being so dominant that no other choices seem viable. For some information on the stats, the impact reload stat 0 to 100 and maps onto an archetype-specific reload animation speed. Reload duration skill. Most reload perks also apply a small to the reload animation so that if the reload is capped, you will see a small speed bump. Reload empty duration skill as above, but only applies to a magazine as empty. Note that because most weapons have fairly high reload stats, decreasing a reload stat bonus from plus 100 to plus 50 will still max out the reload stat most of the time, and so doesn't slow down the actual reload as much as it seems. That being said, we're getting Outlaw, and let's say with Outlaw procced, we have a 0.8 second reload, it will go to a 0.9 second. That's nothing to complain about, guys. I think that's fine. I don't think that's going to hurt us as much as we would all like to think it is. But you guys comment, you guys let me know. I think it's going to be okay. Now, we're also getting a buff to some other stuff, namely dynamic sway reduction. I'm pretty stoked for this. I think it's going to be great. Some other perks are getting buffed. Guys, I'm actually pretty excited for this stuff that's happening moving forward. And again, I don't think it's going to be as bad as everyone wants to make it seem to be. A lot of YouTubers on here, a lot of content creators are doing nothing but bashing right now, and I just don't think that that's warranted. But nonetheless, you guys let me know what you think about it. That's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I'm going to start doing more stuff like this, start doing TWAB reads and stuff like that. So, again, please subscribe to the channel and like the video, and Godspeed, my friends.